hello, 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 hi, hello, 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 hello. This is Pear Shaped in Dystopia. On a Wednesday night at 8:30, once a month. Yes, it's Pear Shaped, and we hope you'll come to see us, and don't be late. Last Wednesday of the month, Pear Shaped is just a fiver to come in, and we hope you'll be coming back again to Pear Shaped in Dystopia on a Wednesday night at 8:30.
Oh, la 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 la. That was slick, wasn't it?
Amazing.
That was good.
I didn't even read that message.
There was no join there. It was just sort of came straight in like we were doing it all the time. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pear Shaped in Dystopia, London's second worst comedy club in online or offline or. I hate words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody's trying to watch on Facebook, they won't be able to watch on Facebook because Facebook is having trouble.
Oh, they had trouble with the last one. I don't know. It's they're going to keep trying and let us know. So if you're on Facebook,
you can't see us or hear us.
Yeah, but don't worry. I'm going to edit it, which I do every week anyway, every month. And you can watch the shiny version with no glitches and stuff. Yeah, so I don't know why that is. But the same thing happened last month. Maybe it's something that we're doing. Maybe it's something that we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Brian, and this is Krysstal, my glamorous assistant. And we have Anthony is with us.
Is he?
Are you gonna leave that alone? Just forget about it. Just put it away because it's disturbing me. I want to see Anthony. Anthony's made a lot of effort to be here tonight.
Yes, well, yeah.
Yeah,
I switched the computer on and everything.
You did what?
I switched the computer on and everything.
Yeah, so he's made a lot of effort, and I think you should do him. You should give him the full screen as well. It doesn't have to be.
Well, he'll be able to full screen when it's his turn to do something.
You're very argumentative today and tonight.
I have to bring in Al, who's the other staff member. I'm going to introduce the staff members.
All right, then. Yeah. Well, that was Anthony. So here we are. This is Al. Now, Al is one of those people who plays music while you're speaking, which I've warned him. I've warned him that his career is on the line, but he still twiddles away while you speak, and it's very annoying, isn't it?
It depends if what you're saying is any good or not.
Right.
Because if it's not, then you can just listen to the music.
I'm depressed already, and Paul is just pissed off because he's thinking,
well, he's on later, so he doesn't need to. Go through the torturous bit at the beginning.
Have you had a lovely week, everybody?
It's been a month.
Have you had a lovely week this month?
Yeah. Well, some of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was us having a bit of banter. we loved our old banter. Don't we? I like a bit of banter. You like a bit of banter, don't you?
No, I don't like talking to people.
You like talking back, though, don't you?
Yeah, I like to try and run things properly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I call that being difficult. So,
you would.
Yeah,
it's just administration.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it is?
It's just admin. Yeah.
Right,
are we going to do something?
You need to turn it up slightly for me, because I don't know about you, but all I can hear is Al fucking twiddling.
I can hear quite a lot. Maybe your headphones aren't that good.
All right. Yeah. So Al, you can stop playing now, because we're going to start playing.
Create an atmosphere,
No, we've already got an awkward atmosphere. You don't need to make it any worse than it is. We've got a song that we don't know. We've got two songs that we don't know, and
which one are we going to do?
When we had a look this afternoon, they were so long that we're going to have to do them in instalments. So one of them we've managed to cut into 3. And,
No, we didn't.
And we're not doing them all tonight, so don't worry about that. I think a situation. We'll have a situation. We've got a situation here, and we might as well.
Situation comedy, it's called.
It's called situation comedy. Yeah. So, and we haven't. It's not on the screen, so Crystal's going to hold it up, and it's going to. Right. When you're having a little bit of a situation, and there's not a lot of comedy in your life, and you've had it up to here with masturbation, it's time you went and got yourself a wife.
It's supposed to be domesticated.
When life is full of trials and tribulations, and everything you do is going wrong, just find yourself a spouse to brighten up the house, and together you can sing a happy song.
When all you've ever known is fools and horses.
Fools and horses.
You'd rather have a man about the house.
About the house.
The way to stop the good life getting worse is
you've got to go and find yourself a spouse.
Our children are absolutely fabulous.
They're absolutely fabulous.
As all the dinner ladies will agree. The likely lads are great, the way they finish up their plates.
We're very like the royal family. Oh, the vicar and Dibley wants to exercise us. She's heard a bit of gossip in the street.
Oh, has she?
And Cilla Black is coming back to surprise us. I'm sorry, but the never train shall meet.
Never the twain shall meet.
Never the train shall meet.
Right, that's
never the train, never the train, never the train shall meet.
Never the train shall meet.
To be continued.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
Episode 2. Well, there we go. That was alright, wasn't it?
Oh, if you like that sort of thing.
Yeah. So, talking of situations, Robert White.
As I was chilling on my own in my room with nobody, outside the window I saw a beautiful guy with a beautiful body. But I'm sure he smiled at me as he walked past, although it was hard to see because he was wearing a mask. But no, seriously, he waved. I thought this must be love, although when I looked a second time he was just readjusting his glove. But no, he did stop. He was trying to make conversation, although in isolation. What was the deal? Nothing was the deal, because I was locked down on Monday, doing lockdown on Tuesday. I was locked down on Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. And by Sunday, I just showed him my bottom through the window. What'd he do?
Well, that was Robert White showing people his bottom through the window. That's Al. He's in a window of his own. I've no idea why. What do you do on your own? I was thinking recently about incel culture. Involuntary celibacy. And I realised, that what has gone wrong with society is the end of monasticism. Basically, when Henry VIII dissolved the monasteries, there were no places for men who were just going to masturbate and not do anything sexually with anyone else. That was it, and the dissolution of the monasteries has created incel culture. When you think about it, what they're doing in places like 4chan is they're basically trying to rebuild a monastery, but it's not really going terribly well. Anyway, that's an idea which is like a joke, but it doesn't have a punchline. Other things that are going on. A lot of millionaires are going into space. So I've been wondering why that is, and I've come to the conclusion that it is really the only available excuse for a lot of grown men to wear a onesie. That is it. It's a onesie fetish, basically, isn't it? That is what they're going for. There's no. My views on this are a bit controversial. I told Jeff Bezos that I think that space travel should be nationalised again, and he went ballistic. These are jokes, because otherwise it's me and my personality. You probably ascertain that one gets very far. So we were talking about children earlier. Have children. That's my advice, as we've got an ageing population. If young people don't have children, they'll be no one to pay your pensions. That's what they tell us. Of course, what they don't tell us at the same time is the children that are being born are also getting fatter and fatter. So if you work it out as a volume to surface area ratio, there's as many children now as in 1945. By 2150, there'll just be one enormous, really abundant child the size of Paul's Cathedral, and we'll all be one to support that. That's why people had to camp outside St Paul's Cathedral, which just always seemed a bit silly to me. I mean, I'm an old lefty, but I think there should be minimum qualifications for a protest, like you should have to be awake. Because if falling asleep in the middle of the City of London was a form of political protest, I did that in my office opposite the Bank of England for about 10 years, and it didn't bring down economic neoliberalism. I just got made redundant. It's because the Occupy movement, as well as a sort of merged into Extinction Rebellion, who are equally daring. You know, they are now trying to bring an end to the climate crisis by commuting into central London every day. As I say, I did that for 10 years. Now, anyway, it hasn't really reduced emissions, but you know, it's all hope, isn't it? That's what you've got to have, is hope. Yeah, because otherwise you end up like my dad. My dad was with the same company for 40 years. After 25 years, they gave him a carriage clock, beautiful carriage clock, and that seemed like a lovely gift for 25 years of loyalty. But then you realise when you hit 81 that it will stop working, and you have to pay £200 to repair it. So it's not actually as much of a gift as it seemed. It's more of a kind of it's more of a commitment, really, isn't it? It's more of a, you know, I mean, if you outlast the clock, something's gone wrong somewhere. Either they gave you a shit clock, or yeah. Anyway, so now I think that's a link. So I will perform my other task, which is putting the next act on, who is, according to the running order, I can't remember, because I forgot to ask Brian, and I can't get two windows open on the same time on this computer.
He can't hear you.
I know Windows 97 was supposed to introduce dual processing, but it hasn't worked.
It's Tim Waddacock.
Tim Waddacock.
Hey!
Greetings, I'm Tim Waddacock, and welcome to Bargain Flogged Antique Road Trip in your attic. Up your drawers, missus, I don't mind. Well, we've just pulled off the road for a little soupçon. I was after a ginsters and maybe some Sunny D, but our young cameraman friend here, Kevin, has stopped for his own form of refreshment, shall we say. Now, I notice you're imbibing in a little smoke, a little snout, as they have it inside.
It's just a roll up, mate.
A roll up, there you have it, roll up for the magical mystery tour.
It's just a roll up.
With every inhalation of that waspish vapour, you are now stoned. I think he's giggling now. Now this is a sign. He's giggling. I'm not in on the joke because I'm a square. I'm a fuddy-duddy. Oh, yes. Oh, get down. I think I'm actually breathing in some of the fumes myself. Now, this is what I call an antiques road trip. We're on a trip. Oh, could I have a drag on some of that, Kev? This is one antiques road trip I'm not going to forget in a hurry. Know what I mean? Join us next time for some more bargain hunting. Yes?
Yeah.
You said it. He said it. Put it there, man. All right. We'll see you next time. Toodaloo. This lot, I think, are really hip. I think they have a future. As we head off, do I want to hold your hand? Yes, I bloody well do. Go, kid.
She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride.
Oh, I love it when they do that. Oh, yeah. I don't like it round here. Frightfully colours, architecture, scruffy cars. This is probably where Kevin lives. Well, we're home. We've had some great bargain hunting today. Yes, I think you can bung it in this space. If we have any truck with the locals, they've got me to Ballywell reckon with. I can hear something. It sounds like I'm at an Ann Summers convention, but no, it's another huge erection appearing over us as the boot comes up, as you can see, and it comes down, smacks me on the head, blood running down. Join us next time for some more bargain hunting. Yes? Yes!
Welcome back to Love Island, and Ched and Jess are having that awkward talk about racism.
So like my forefathers were like taken from Africa in ships.
Naked babes.
Now they were like in cloths or something.
Ah, bless.
And like they were enslaved for 400 years, yeah?
OMG, Ched, like that was so intense. It's like totally awesome that you can tell me things like that. Cause if we go exclusive, you need to know. I'll be the one wearing the handcuffs.
That's like sick. Totally sick.
Well, a little bit of advertising there for you. They're from our sponsors. We have several sponsors this week. As you can imagine, they're queuing up to support us. And yes.
Do they want to know the end of the situation comedy?
I don't know. Did you want to know about the end of the situation comedy?
Yeah. Al does.
Yeah, of course.
Does he? Can you turn it up so I can hear him?
I can hear. Your headphones are rubbish.
Huh?
I can hear everything really loud.
I'm not one to interrupt, you know. I mean.
Yeah. No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah. So there is more to the situation comedy. Here it is. We were more than just good friends with George and Mildred. Terry and June had one foot in the grave. As time goes by, dear John, these nightingales are gone. You'll probably say I didn't know you cared. So you're
looking through your list of friends and neighbours.
Friends and neighbours.
But all you find is Steptoe and his son.
I never liked them.
You're sick and tired of men behaving badly.
When all you want is one to the manor born. You're probably wondering how I met your mother.
I am.
I found her in the office up in Slough.
Oh yes.
I tell you those were happy days, oh brother. But I'm sad to say we're just good friends now.
I love the smell of porridge in the morning.
Porridge in the morning.
Though the children would prefer a slice of bread. The young ones, they complain it ain't hot up.
It's half hot, Mum.
We'd rather be upstairs
with Father Ted.
Father Ted. When you're going round in ever decreasing circle.
Yes. Slowly disappearing up your ass. You turn the telly on, and soon the blues are gone, and you've taken back control and watching brass. Oh, well, that's.
Oh, that was exhausting.
Yeah. At least it's finished. That's the best thing about that.
There are a lot of references to situation comedies and television
programmes.
Really? And I don't know if everybody spotted them all, but you know, we crowbarred them all in.
Yeah.
Very, very hot on melody this week, aren't we? Yeah.
Oh, don't mess around when it comes to melody, babes.
This week, melody every
Melody is my middle name.
But it's really raising the bar.
Melody damage.
That's nice.
We've damaged a lot of melodies in our time, as you have too, Al.
Yeah.
which we'll be getting round to very soon.
So let's
yeah,
go.
it's time for now. You know we hate double acts, so here's another one.
Hi, Sean.
Catherine, hello, and welcome to another 2 minutes of pattern math. And frankly, Catherine, you'll have noticed I've not done one of my normal charming and quirky introductions, because my question for you today is, how many times do I have to tell you?
Oh, I thought it was going to be something important. I mean, how many of these have we done? Like 700?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really listen to what men have to say, particularly yourself. So, I mean, as many times as you have to, and then a few more. I'll never listen to you. I will never listen to or respect what you have to say.
Yeah.
How many times would you like to have to tell me?
Well, I mean, ideally once. I mean, is it really only 700? Because it feels like thousands.
Yeah.
It feels like this has been going since the dawn of time, Catherine.
You're telling me?
Yeah. But what my goal would be, you know, when you're on holiday abroad and you're talking to the waiter or the barman, and you know that they could lose their job if they don't do everything you tell them to. That's the level of respect and fear, I suppose, that I'm looking for from you.
But this isn't my job, Sean.
Well, you've made that abundantly clear.
You have no jurisdiction here, dickhead.
Well, that was...
Sorry.
That was hurtful.
And true.
Laugh it up, corduroy kids.
It's finest corduroy.
Well, there we are. The power dynamic battle there that happens when you work in a duo or a double act or anything of that kind. But so that's life. You know, it's like war. We recently lost a war, but I don't think it's the winning or losing of wars that matter. It's very much the taking part that counts. You know, you've got to feel that you're in there. You know, you know, you can come out of war. Well, Tony Blair these days is telling us about how to survive the pandemic. It's the third wave. So yeah, that's a joke. Good. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit. I don't know. Feeling a bit tired. I'm feeling like, you know, I feel like Daniel Craig after 5 James Bond films. Daniel Craig said that he's not going to give any money to his children when he dies, and I can relate to that because I don't have any money and I don't have any children. I thought, Daniel, you're exactly in my world. We relate now. We're the same person. Good. So there we are. It's a funny world, isn't it? Things that are meant to be simple are now so complicated. Like travelling on trains is so hard, and not only is it difficult to pay the price of a ticket and find a train that actually runs, but then at the end of that, you've got the outside possibility that if you're very unlucky, you might meet Michael Portillo. I mean, isn't the world bad enough without Michael Portillo being on every train? It's just why? Good. I think that's a link. I'm not going to push my luck here. I'm going to move on. So can we have the next act, please?
It's Krysstal. It's Krystal's
Krysstal.
video. Here it comes.
All right.
Hi, Krysstal again. Another vlog. Oh, loving it. So this time I want to talk about pouting, because, you know, we've had nearly a year when we can't pout, at least not without getting lipstick on are masks. And also, I mean, pouting isn't just about the lips, but it's mostly about the lips. And it's very difficult not to get lipstick all over your mask, and for people not to know you're pouting properly, or that you've got, you know, a really good pout. I did get this, right, which is supposed to go inside your mask. So as you can see, you can get quite a lot of pout in there without getting lipstick on. And then you're supposed to put your mask over the top. But it was hopeless because the little things that hold it on kept falling off, and it still doesn't mean, I mean, you know, twice. So I'm pouting now. Well, it still doesn't have the same effect, does it? It doesn't have the same effect. And also, when you got a mask and your glasses and your earrings, it all just gets too much, doesn't it? It just gets too much. So I made an invention. It's a Vijazzle. Yeah, like it, don't you? Vlogs, Vijazzles, it's all V's. So you've heard of a Vijazzle, which is, you know, where you jazz up your vagina. No, it was big a couple of years ago. Well, more than a couple of years ago, but you know, on Towie and that. Anyway, I've gone one better. I've jazzed up my visor. So it's a Vijazzle. So here we go. Put it over there. And there. And then you've got no problem with your glasses steaming up from your mask. And pouting is so easy, and you can wear any lipstick you like and be safe and be beautiful. So I'm pouting for Britain now. Only problem is, again, I only invented all this in May, so there's not a lot of call for it. I'm just hoping for another lockdown, and then we can all get the Vijazzles. I can, you know, hand make it, and I can individualise it. That's the word I'm looking for. Individualise it. So make it just for you. So get on my blog and tell me what you want, and I'll make you one. Oh, it's got to go viral, isn't it? It's got to go viral. It's got to be an influenza. Right, I've got to get this off now. It's quite tricky with my hairstyle. But, yeah. Vote for Krysstal. I don't know what we're voting for. Pouting. Selfies. Vlogs. Vote for vlogs. Yeah. There must be. Is there like best vlog in the world, or best invention in lockdown? Oh, I've got it in the bag. Okay, bye.
It mean it was Krysstal's Vijazzle, and very, very popular they are, aren't they? You've had quite a lot of sales, haven't you? Quite a lot. No?
I'm not the only one.
Yeah, but everybody's talking about them. They're all talking. Yeah, they're going, oh, you can pout now. And even Mickey Flanagan was going on about it. He said, if I'll get one of them, I can pout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they said that.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I'm looking forward to seeing him pouting. But in the meantime, we've got someone live.
Yeah. I know, it's
unlike ourselves, we've actually got.
pouting.
No, it's not you, Al. It's not Al, is it?
No, I just brought Paul in.
Yeah, I know, but Al's pouting with excitement.
Oh, they're all pouting.
They're all pouting, yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next act is Mr. Paul Ricketts.
Evening. Yes, I'm Paul Ricketts. I'm a stand-up comedian, but this is online comedy, which will eventually be edited by Brian into a concise format and then stuck out online where even less people will watch it. And to help Brian, what I've decided to do at certain points during my stand-up is to leave moments where he can edit by having pauses. Doesn't have to be that long, actually, because you don't need that much. You can just use a little one like that, and that would make a fantastic sort of edit point. And so I could make most of this whole 5 minutes edit points, but I'm going to do some other stuff as well. what's interested me is when people talk about the pandemic, a lot of the stuff is comparisons with war. Comparisons with wartime, which of course makes me think that eventually, of course, we're going to look back on this as a wonderful time, as people do with the war. And I'm just waiting for someone to say at some point, 20 years in the future, you know what these kids need today? They need a good pandemic. That will sort them out. Have a really good pandemic. That will, set the world to rights. Things were better in the pandemic. And I am sort of nostalgic for lockdown, even now. I think lockdown, I mean, I'm not talking about these arseholey ones, I'm talking about the first one. Proper lockdown.
Yeah.
Proper lockdown, it meant something. It was, you felt like we all knew what we were doing, which was not going out at all. And there was a sense of community. It was a good thing. I particularly, at that time, because there was that sense of, community, we had clap for carers, that's what emphasised it. And I think it was wonderful. I mean, I started jogging at that particular moment in time after 8 o'clock, which is the time when fat people do it. And I was running down the streets on a Thursday night when it was clap for carers, and it was wonderful because suddenly everyone was out in their windows, they're banging pots and pans and clapping, and and I thought, this is exactly what it's like to be leading the London Marathon. I felt that was great. They're clapping me as if I just made it all about me, and it was a lovely moment. They were clapping, me thinking it's about me, and then some bloke shouts out the window and goes, "Oi, oi! Oh look, there's Mo Farah's dad," which I think is pretty unfair because I'm actually a very good marathon runner. I'm actually a good man. I finally completed the London Marathon a couple of years ago. And if I was to say this in front of an audience, they might applaud me, which is unfair. Unfair, because I'll be honest, it took me 14 days to complete that marathon, and they weren't consecutive days. So, but it's not the competing; it's collecting the sponsorship money that counts. So it was good. And what I also liked about the pandemic was inactivity was fantastic. I mean, I was so inactive in the first month that my the health app on my phone thought I was in a coma. These were good days, doing nothing at all. And let's do this bit. Because I wanted to be totally adherent to all the rules, I even decided that the best album to listen to was the Beatles' Abbey Road. Obviously, because the band on the front cover are observing social distancing, and I think that's a good example to set to people. And oh god, what was the other bit I was going to do before I get off? Let's move on to the thing I want to talk about, which I can't remember what it is. Oh god, Zoom comedy. Let's just finish on this. Because here we are, Zoom comedy. People saying to me, and I did Zoom gigs, that's the future of stand-up. It's not really the future of online comedy or communication, full stop. Most sensible people be on, let's go to the other corner, StreamYard. They be on StreamYard. They'll be on this thing. Because the terrible thing about Zoom comedy is you get to see the audience. That's bloody awful, because it's okay in a club, but not when you're looking into people's homes, because some of you live in shitholes. You really do. I don't want to see a couple sat what must be a barn because they're on a hay bale. I mean, I don't want to see that. I don't want to look into someone's room, bare walled, with some bloke sat in just a blanket, naked, sort of self-harming with a toothbrush. Why would I want to watch that? And the other thing I hate about Zoom comedy is you can see yourself, which you can in StreamYard, and I'll be honest with you, I find myself completely beguiling. I just, once I start looking at myself, it's hard to stop. It's just really, I mean, I'm trying to work out which is my funny side. Is it that side or that side? That is the funniest side. I know this now because of Zoom gigs. And when my mum, family Zooms aren't any better. Apart from my mum is always on mute, which is a good thing. I think that's a positive thing. But she's doing Zoom off her phone. So what she does is that she can't get herself in the picture. So she's always holding the phone further back so she can get herself in the picture so we can see her. Otherwise, it's just the top of her head. And then she moves the phone so far away that she can't hear us. And then she does the most natural thing in the world that you do if you can't hear somebody on the phone. She just takes the phone, puts it to her ear. Yeah. So what we get to look at is this. Wait a minute, is that whatever way I do it. Basically just big ear hole, which is slightly hairier than mine. It's weird when you do things like this in your own room with no audience there and you're thinking, what am I doing? I'm just sticking my ear next to a microphone and then next to a laptop. Is this funny? Because I can't see it now. It was better when I could just see me and go, well, that's the funniest side. That is the funniest side. It is. Yeah, that's enough, isn't it? That's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Ricketts, and for the sake of continuity, it's time for an ad.
Here's to the person who writes the poems you hear on those TV ads you see year after year, for banks or shit food or stuff for the house, in working class accents, normally Scouse, with perfect families that don't seem too real, and an annoying ukulele to give a community feel. So here's to the old, the young, the thin and the fat, and that arsehole who writes poems that makes you buy crap.
Ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by Andrex Toilet Rolls. Yeah. Thank you. That's they're our favourite sponsor. And yes, as I was saying earlier on, for the sake of continuity, ladies and gentlemen, our Mandolino.
Right, yes, thank you. This week, I've got a tune that was recorded in 1918. So we're not going to have any trouble with copyright this week, and it's a lovely melodic number, because we seem to be on a melodic little trip this week, don't we? Yeah, Brian and Krysstal, very melodic this week. That's good, yes. And this is one of those classic breakup songs. It's probably the first million-selling breakup song, and it was recorded by a lady called Marion Harris. And it was so popular that it was then subsequently recorded by 45 men, 45 different recordings by men. And the sheet music that was produced was then decorated with 45 little photographs of 45 men. How about that? So the lady scored a hit with it, and then they put pictures of 45 men over the... I mean, how sulky is that? Yeah, right. And anyway, the first 4 notes of the tune were stolen from a 1912 tune called Peg of My Heart, because at that time, apparently, it was believed that if you want to write a new hit song, then you start with the first 4 notes of an old hit song. Wow! So nothing's changed, eh? People stealing things, stealing ideas and that. Wow. So anyway, this is After You've Gone. Beautiful little tune. Yeah, here we go. beautiful little tune.
Al with his beautiful little tune.
Yeah.
I've realised what your intros remind me of. It's Jazz Club. Great, super smashing. Yes. Yes. Paul was talking about the pandemic, and I heard someone say the other day that this pandemic is the first time that the individual has been blamed for the spread of a disease, and I thought that's very true. There's a lot of myths to the contrary. For instance, people, but actually, when you look into them, they're nonsense. For example, the lepers were notorious for going around, were clanging a bell to tell everybody they had leprosy, so no one got infected. But that actually isn't true. In fact, they were just very into campanology, and all right, I like that one. It's a bit too far, isn't it? I see Shamima Begum's still stateless. She's a bit sad, but I think whenever I hear things like that, I think I kind of feel the Home Office aren't trying, because there's lots of other people they could make stateless. I mean, Katie Hopkins would, you put some effort in, spread it around. Because if they made lots of people stateless, it'd be great. It would be kind of fairer, I think. Anyway, it's a wonderful thing, the internet. People think the internet can do so many things. It does do some things well. For like spam emails are great, because before spam emails I used to think that I was a loser, but now I've discovered that I'm a potential winner. So there we are. But it's like people think it can solve all labour problems. There's so many places on the internet that are selling jobs of different kinds, and I'm on the wall. I get offered loads and loads of jobs, but they're all rubbish. For instance, I went on LinkedIn, and the job that it continually offers me is as a kitchen porter. I had 5 offers in 1 week to become a kitchen porter. I found that slightly insulting, because I think that with my qualifications I could be a waiter. Kitchen porter is just so. I can imagine applying to be a waiter and Gordon Ramsay saying no, Nancy, you haven't got it. You haven't got the people skills. Kitchen porter, that's the role for you. And then there's freelancer, which freelancer constantly offers me jobs, but all of them seem to be collecting urine. I don't know why they just tell me to piss off. It's like, just a minute, there's a urine collector required in your area. You have a career in urine. But it's that is the world. If we don't go back to the office, we will all be urine collectors and kitchen porters eternally.
Surely that is literally taking the piss.
It is.
Sorry, I hope that wasn't your punchline.
But the thing is, you go on there, you think it's taking the piss, you go on there, and you see people generally post things like, I'm the best urine collector in the area. I've got 25 years experience of collecting urine. I am the best. If no one can collect urine like I can, or I'm very excited about the opportunity to collect urine in Croydon, and I think I could collect urine to a very high degree of accuracy. So there we are. That's a keeper, that one. I think we'll go on that. Let's put the next act on. Who is it, Brian?
It's obvious from the way we behave that we actually make a living as musicians.
Yes, that's right. Well, actually, we've got a Christmas surprise, haven't we?
We have. Christmas is coming.
No,
that's a surprise.
No, that wasn't a surprise I was thinking of.
No.
We got a very nice present, Christmas present. It was a big surprise because we got it in August.
Yes.
Would you like to get them out?
What?
Ukuleles.
Oh, yes.
Green ukuleles.
Yes.
Oh, no, they're over here.
They're over here.
I'll get them out.
Yes. Matching. They're matching.
Do you want the one with the tuner on it or not? Or should I? Who's tuning it?
You can tune.
Right.
You can tune.
Right.
And I'll...
Sorry, we forgot to tune them before.
Yes. Yes, that sounds good. Lovely.
This tune is hopeless. Doesn't do anything.
Not very good, is it?
No. Doesn't. Look, it's just all over the place.
That'll do.
No, that's only one string.
Right.
Right.
Which one are you doing?
That one. The second one. Second one down. Oh, from the top, from the bottom. Oh, I almost had it then. No. Well, that one was already in tune. Right, so.
That sounds good.
What are we going to play?
A tune.
Oh, do we know a tune?
I play you a tune on the green ukulele. I hope that my tune is in tune. I play you a tune on my green ukulele. I hope that my tune is in tune. The chorus. I hope that my tune is in tune.
It's your tune.
I hope that my tune is in tune. I hope that my tune. I hope that my tune. I hope that my tune is in tune. Is in tune. I hope that my tune is in tune. That was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yes, that's.
I didn't know I could play the ukulele.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a couple of friends of ours, the Two Biddies.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. They are actually sisters, but
they're identical giblets.
Their dress has been lost. One of the dresses has been lost. And as Paul was saying earlier on, see, like, you know, the good old days during the war and all that old shit, like, my favourite time was the first lockdown, like Paul said, the first lockdown. You know why? You could leave your fucking back door open.
We were in Australia for the first lockdown.
We were, yeah.
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 When I first lived in Queensland, we didn't even have a back door.
Oh, but did you have a back passage? That's what I want to know.
No, a small one.
Yeah, I saw.
Led into the shower, and then the cane toads used to sit in the bottom of the shower because we didn't have a back door, so they just used to come in.
Oh.
Oh,
See, we should have done the Bondi Bastard after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can still do it if you remember it.
No,
Right.
I don't remember it. Of course I don't remember
No,
it.
of course you don't. So, are we going to have our man in La La?
We're going to have, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very big moment for us. Normally he's here live from LA, but he's actually on a film set in LA, doing something. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cole Parker, our man in LA.
Hi, my name is Cole Parker. I'm reporting for Pear Shaped in Dystopia, live from a movie set here in Los Angeles. Indeedy do. Yeah, behind me is the prop store. Ooh. So, yeah, we're live on a set. It's the screenwriter is a guy called John Russo, the guy who wrote Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead. This movie is called The Red Tide Massacre, about a massacre that occurs because of the red tide that you might have heard about, which washes up in Florida, making all the Floridians silly and stupid. Because before that, of course, they're renowned for their intellect and being completely sensible. One of the reasons why I'm having to report here and not at home today is something happened at home, unfortunately. My cat, Spackles, jumped up at the kitchen blinds, heard a noise outside, okay, and she jumped up at the blind, something startled her, but luckily it was nothing to be worried about. It was just my neighbour passing by outside the window and stopping right outside my kitchen window to adjust her laptop bag and to look at me and gasp when my cat opened my blinds to reveal me absent-mindedly windmilling my knob in my own kitchen. Yeah, I assume she gasped, you know, I know I fucking did. I was thinking about running after her to explain that I hadn't actually meant to expose my knackers to her. It was my cat's fault, but I thought running after her might make things worse. So I didn't do that. I'm just worried now that my cat might have got me put on the sex offenders register. So that's why I'm recording from the movie set today and not from the flat. I had to get out of the flat before I get arrested. I was waiting for the fucking police to turn up. I started Googling the number for the British consulate, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm on set. Been an interesting week here in the States, very interesting week. Of course, the voter suppression still continuing by the Republican states, trying to stop the black and brown people from voting. But they're also trying to stop their own people from getting vaccinated and wearing masks, which is killing off a lot of the old Republican cunts. So hopefully there might be some balance with the voter suppression and those horrible old cunts dying because they don't believe in science. I think it's good they don't believe in science. I really do. I wish they would believe less science. I wish they wouldn't believe in fucking gravity for a start. That'd be good, wouldn't it? No, gravity's not real. It's just a conspiracy invented by people who make shoes to keep you buying them. Yeah, it's fine. Jump off a fucking cliff. Trust me, you'll be fine. They only believe in a silent science that makes their lives convenient and easy, don't they? Because they're cunts. Or Christians, as they're otherwise known. Another possible positive of the voter suppression that the Republican states are doing is that maybe now America can stop banging on about freedom all the fucking time. Freedom this, liberty the other, freedom. A bit difficult to bang on about freedom when you're trying to stop all the black and brown people from voting against your own party. It's not very free, is it? I think maybe they should go the whole hog, maybe change the American national anthem. Maybe the Benny Hill theme tune, yakety sax, or traditional circus music. They work, don't they? Both of them will be fine. One thing I've noticed in the United States recently with the re-rise of homophobia, again, is that people who are against unnatural love, as they call it, are quite often the same people that allow their dogs to lick the inside of their mouths and faces. Good to see that Britney Spears is finally free, isn't it? Hey, glad that Britney Spears is free. I mean, now that she's free, I mean, let's just hope that, you know, she doesn't withdraw all her money from the bank and set fire to it. Or, I don't know, try and convince her kitchen appliances to become Scientologists, or maybe just start eating her own shit on TikTok. Because if she does any of that, there might be a few people saying, oh, that's why her dad was in charge. I see. Of course, the lockdown and the pandemic has been very difficult on everyone. Personally, I lost a lot of friends during the pandemic. Well, when I say I lost a lot of friends, I mean none of them died or anything. I think they just realised I'm a prick and stopped taking my calls. Yeah, realised life's too short. That's right. Until next month, this is Cole Parker live in Los Angeles for Pear Shaped in Dystopia.
Cole Parker in Los Angeles, walking around the set. It's doing yes, good. So I don't know if you've noticed the Queen is getting smaller, but it doesn't turn into a tax rebate. You know, because I think if she shrinks, that there should be some kind of tax return on that. You know, I went online there recently, and you can now view all your tax returns forever on the internet, on the government website, and your national insurance contributions. I went on to make sure that someone had been paying their tax on my wages, because I had two jobs at one time, and then you know they never sent me a P60, so I thought, you know, I better check that they had paid tax on this, and it had all my national insurance records since 1992, but all they say is full year, partial year, full year, partial year, full year, full year, full year, partial year, full year, partial year. It's a bit sketchy, isn't it? Is that the best record they've got? And then it said you have 19 years to go of employment. And I thought 19 years of national insurance contributions. I thought, wait a minute, that takes us up to my actual retirement. So they haven't but in reality, you're only meant to get national insurance contributions to a level, and then it cuts out. So they're trying to keep me going beyond the point in which I need to pay, because there comes a point at which you have paid enough national insurance contributions, you've got to retire. That's not necessarily at 68. Anyway, this is really something that should be on Martin Lewis's website, but I haven't got the nerve to write in and tell him. But there you go. That was fascinating, wasn't it? Oh dear, some things just aren't going to happen. Like Blackadder 5. There's always an article in the newspaper every year that says Blackadder 5 will never happen. And I don't understand why this is news, because we all know that Blackadder 5 will never happen. But, you know, there's never a news article that says Time Team Series number 27 won't happen, because it probably will. There you go. Right, I think that's enough waffle. I think I have almost exhausted myself, and we should move on. Is it another act, or is that the end, Brian?
There's another one. It's Dickie Richards.
Dickie Richards.
Hello, I'm Dickie Richards. I sneezed and realised I hadn't taken an allergy tablet. I've taken a laxative. When I got stuck potholing, I realised I hadn't taken an anti-anxiety tablet. I've taken a Viagra. And the other day, my phone rang in the morning, and this man's voice at the end said, "I'm going to cut your left ear off." Oh, crikey, crank caller. Thought no more about it. That afternoon, the phone rang, and this man's voice said, "I'm going to cut your right ear off." That's a bit off, isn't it? Anyway, that evening, my phone rang, and this guy said, "I'm going to cut both your ears off." So I called the police. I told them I was getting death threats. Yeah. Now, I had an argument with my best mate, and I split up with my girlfriend on the same day. Yeah, it was awful. I mean, he came in the pub, he was in a terrible mood, and we started arguing, and we came to blows, and I ended up giving him a fat lip and a black eye, and he ran off home and told his mum. She phoned me up and dumped me. I was talking to this policewoman. She was gorgeous, a real stunner. Yeah, she tasered me. And I've seen some films this week. I watched that film Reservoir Frogs. Yeah, it's about Mr. Green, Mr. Green, Mr. Green, and Mr. Green. And in the end, they all croak. And I watched the new Star Trek film set in a zoo. Yeah, The Giraffe of Khan. Now, I've been trying to do my bit for the environment, and you know, not be using so many consumer things, and trying to use alternatives. And because of lockdown, I've not really been cutting my hair as much. I'm probably like a lot of you, and I haven't been cutting my downstairs hair. And this has given me a bit of a bonus, because it's given me a way to save some money, because I'm getting a bit older now. My hair's gone grey, and it's growing back a bit thicker. Now, my downstairs hair is actually growing back quite thicker. And look, I've got one out now. Look at that. Look at that. And what it's done, it's a bit of a double whammy, because not only does it keep me warm down there, but I'm also not spending as much money on floss now. Yeah. It's not minty, but it does have quite a sort of comforting taste. So that's saving me some money there. Now, my mate got sacked from his job. He's a bank manager. He got sacked because he was having an affair with his secretary. And he's a bit upset because she's now having an affair with her new boss. She's under new management. My friend is a vampire, and he got sacked from his job at the circus. Yeah, because he kept going for the juggler. My mate, he's in pilot school, and they called his mum and dad in because they wanted to discuss his altitude. Yeah. Now, in my local pub, we've all got nicknames up there. They call me Dickie the Joke. We got a guy there called Steve the Bus. We've got Dave the Post, and we've got Pete the Gas. And we love it. You know, we love it. Everyone loves having a nickname up there, because you sort of feel like you belong. But I say everyone loves it. Not everyone loves it. No, Jim the Nonce doesn't really like it so much. Now, I said to my mum, I'm going bungee jumping with Dave. And she said, "Oh, that Dave, he's such a bad influence on you. I bet if he jumped off a bridge, you would too." Yeah. My granduncle during the war got caught by the Nazis in a Spanish restaurant. Yeah, he was arrested by the Gazpacho. Yeah, I don't like it when people use obscure words to make themselves sound clever. You know, it's just jejune or pestiferous, if you will. Now, I used to work in a shop on the top of Ben Nevis. Yeah, it was a hire shop. Mothballs are bigger than you'd imagine. And the first sign of madness is waking up in Broadmoor. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get ahead, get a guillotine. I'll see you next time. I've been Dickie Richards. Good night.
QAnon for kids. Conspiracy for children. Helping to bring up your child the alt-right way. Hello, Tommy.
Hello.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, Mr. Q.
Let's start with maths, shall we? What's 2 plus 4, Tommy?
It's 6.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No! It's the devil's number! The favourite of Satan's new world order! Loved by the Illuminati, which must be resisted! Resist! Do your own research!
Oh, look. A family. Do you know who the adults are, Mary?
Mummy and Daddy, Mr. Q.
Do you love Mummy and Daddy, Mary?
Yes.
Your mummy and daddy are part of the woke metropolitan elite. They don't even love you. They don't even love our country. They're the enemy of the people. Hate mummy and daddy. Do your own research.
Hey, Mickey, are you playing safely?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't run around with a pair of scissors in your hands?
No.
Why not? Don't listen to the mainstream media. They want to take away your freedoms and your liberty. And don't just listen to me. Listen to this nutter and do your own research.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's another advert. We like our adverts here. That was for NSBC. Thank you. So, la 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 la. Roll call! Roll call! Roll call! Roll call! Ladies and gentlemen, the first actor we saw this evening was
Robert White.
Robert White. Robert White. And ladies and gentlemen, the second act we saw this evening was Anthony.
He hasn't got his running.
I can't remember that one.
You haven't got a running order, have you?
No.
All right. It was Tim Waddacock. Tim Waddacock.
With his car.
Huh?
With
And
his car.
his enormous car. His car. Yes.
Yeah, his car.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was obviously a Ferrari. Tim Waddacock, ladies and gentlemen, and he was followed by
2 minutes of pat a mouth.
2 minutes of pat and mouth. 2 minutes of pat. And as you've probably noticed that Sean did most of that off the top of his head.
Yeah, his tie did a lot of that.
There you go. Huh?
It was his tie mostly that did the speaking.
Yeah, his tie, yes. No, it's not just a tie, is it? It's a statement.
Right.
That was 2 minutes of pattern, and then we thought, Krysstal
had a pre-recorded bit.
She had a pre-recorded bit about parting.
Parting.
As Shakespeare once said, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Yeah.
Is that Shakespeare?
Yeah, Shakespeare. Yeah. Romeo and Juliet, innit?
Ah, right. Yeah. So
and then we had somebody live.
We thought it was never going to happen, but
He's got a guitar with him.
And he's got
Is that a tune?
Slightly.
La 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 la. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the air down for a touch of mine. Because you're mine, I walk black. We were watching a film last night, and it had subtitles. It had subtitles, and they it said so it's the song starts playing, and it thinks of Johnny Cash.
But it wasn't.
That's not fucking Johnny Cash. He's like, hey, look to me. This is not Johnny Cash.
Yeah, you want it low.
Yeah, but somebody fell for it. She's going, oh yeah, no, it's definitely Johnny Cash. No,
I didn't say it was definitely. I just said
it
the
was
thing
like
said
saying,
it was Johnny Cash.
It was like saying Tiny Tim, getting mixed up between Tiny Tim and Tom Waits. They're very similar.
It did get lower though. I mean, if you get early Johnny Cash, it's quite.
I did say
baritone.
maybe it was early Johnny Cash, but
Had to be.
it didn't.
Yeah,
well, they could have just got it wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
It did sound remarkably.
It's all gone a bit awkward.
Yeah,
now,
it
hasn't
was full flowing.
I find whenever people disagree with me, things get a bit awkward.
Right, shall we just
but you'd
continue
always
with
say
the
that,
roll
wouldn't you?
call?
Because of your attitude. That's the
I
problem.
always say that.
He has got
You're
an
the bloody problem, mate.
Yeah.
He's got an
You can't take
attitude
it.
like that.
Not
I've
my
got
fucking problem. You can't take it.
Yeah. I've got an altitude problem.
No,
I did. I have to tell you.
Well,
you.
you're certainly flying low as far as I can fucking well see.
I have to tell you. That, I put a little.
Apologise.
But I put a little thing on Facebook saying that so this Brexit thing was no great shakes. But just like reference to my favourite restaurant. And this bloke, his complete right winger, came back and said, "Yeah," he said, "you lefties," he said, "you're probably fucking out celebrating and eating your hearts out with delight with all the shit that we're going through at the moment." He said, "You should take me out and you should take us out and buy us a pint or two or three." And I said, "Well, there was a time when we were able to afford to buy you a pint, but now, you know, the lorry drivers, there aren't any pints. There's nothing. There's no milkshakes. There's fuck all.
No,
there's
no
fuck
salad.
all. There's no salad. See?
Right. I hate to be a stickler for the rules, but we've got to finish the roll call before we
all
start
right.
chatting.
Yeah, okay. Where did we get to?
So we got to Paul, because we brought him into the green room.
Yeah.
Then we had Al.
We got to Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we had
and he was live. And And then we got to, Al, you're not supposed to be playing while I'm fucking talking. Wait.
He's just emphasising what he was doing.
You're not supposed to be playing while I'm talking.
Ambiance.
I'm playing when I'm talking in a different key and a different speed. So I forgot what I was saying next. See what he does to me. See what he's done to me.
Oh, it's disintegrating again. Then we had Al. We had Al playing his tune.
Yeah. But luckily, Al, I went for a piss while you were on, so I didn't hear the entertainment.
You should never said at the
dialogue.
start that you really get annoyed by people playing while you're talking, because I've got the guitar for this purpose only.
Well, thanks very much. I really appreciate it.
So I cut my introduction short. I thought I'm going to get no support at all. I'm not going to baffle you with facts and science. I'm just going to get on.
I like being baffled with facts and science.
We had enough facts and science.
But I was more interested in having a piss.
So we do our own research.
So it's not personal.
Yeah.
That's right.
Beautiful.
So after Al, let's just get through this roll call.
Hang on a minute, mate. Hang on. There's an atmosphere building up here in the room.
Yeah.
Go on.
After Al, we had the Two Biddies.
Two Biddies, ladies and gentlemen. Two Biddies, and a lovely couple they are. Lovely,
young people.
Very close friends of ours.
Yes, they did look young. And then Cole Parker's LA report.
Cole Parker, yeah, and Cole, right? Because he
It's the
did it
best
into his
sound
phone.
we
That's
ever
the
had.
best sound he's had in a long time. He's got this fucking.
Because normally it crackles.
Fucking headphones that crackle and rattle and bounce and bang.
I have to get him to do it on his phone all the time.
Yeah.
He looked better on his phone.
He looked better. He sounded better.
Yeah, it was everything, and he had a film set behind him and everything. You know, Anthony's gone to a lot of trouble there with his backdrop. We can see, because you know, it's I don't know what it says, but it's just
vaccine. It says. But the thing is,
Turning up the thermostat.
look, the room acoustic in that, you know, that recording. It's just that you get a proper microphone like we've done. Put some effort in.
That's it.
Stop moaning about working in the city. Put it to good use. Buy a condenser microphone.
Yeah,
I'll sort your life out.
I'll get a phone like Cole's.
Yeah.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks for that.
The last act, I'm going to finish this roll because it kills me.
It was.
The last act was Dickie Richards.
Dickie Richards! I love it. A bit of political stuff. That's what I want.
Right, now I'm going to do the outro. Where's the outro?
The outro, yeah.
Surprisingly large.
Oh, wait a minute. I haven't done this.
Different, though. We could do
the
just,
outro. What are we doing?
Just a bit of Robert. There's a bit of Robert just
All right,
hanging
we're
there.
going to finish on Robert. Welcome to Mars.
Welcome to Mars.
I'll have to take everybody out the stream if I do Roberts, though.
Well, fuck him then. He'll have to go without.
All right.
Can't be bothered turning up.
So
I need to be in the stream.
What?
the outro is that outro or intro?
No, that's old. That's old. That is back up. Is it? Well, it's
New outro. Here we go. Outro.
Yeah.
Well, that was a marvellous show. I must say, I really enjoyed it. I thought everybody was absolutely hilarious.
Well, I can see you enjoyed something, yes.
In fact, I'm so happy that I would actually like to pay something.
Yes,
but I don't know. I don't know where to start. Actually, normally I have a little man who deals with the money for me, but he got in a fit of laughing and he seems to have disappeared somewhere.
I know how to do it.
So, how do I pay?
Scan the QR code or follow the link.
Well, that was Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30, once a month. Pear Shaped, and we hope y'all thought the show was really great. Last Wednesday of the month. Pear Shaped, if the comics made you grin, feel free to chuck a fiver in the bin.
Or 10 or more.
Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30. When does it run?
Oh my goodness, this is telling us, dear. There you are.
Is it next week?
No, end of the month, dear, end of the month.
Next month, the end of the month.
Correct.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Bye.
Well,
it's all over now. It's all done and dusted.
It's all done and dusted, isn't it?
It's the end.
We're still
No
broadcasting though, even though we're officially
Yeah, for a
finished.
little while. So if you want to slag anybody off, you've got to wait.
You've got to wait till we've ended the broadcast.
Wait till we finished and then go, yeah.
No,
well, have I got a story for you?
What?
No, but I have to tell you at the end. I can't tell you now. I mean, it's about people with names.
Well, I spotted one edit that it just said next show 28th of July.
Right, of course, that's the video. Well spotted.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to be a little
Just
bit
the
last
last Wednesday
precise.
of the month, yeah.
Yeah.
So something happened last month. They like happened this month. They said, "No, we can't record it, whatever." And I was poking about with it a little while ago, and fuck me, it's there. The video is there.
On Facebook, you're talking about.
Yeah.
So we're
on
broadcasting
Facebook.
on whatever the other thing is.
Yeah,
But
I'm
not-
having the same problem. I'm doing a political. I forgot what these things are called, blogs or whatever you want to call them. He's doing it on StreamYard, having the same problem, putting it out on Facebook.
Right. I don't know. It might be that I've just forgotten because it's so long. It's a month in between each one. And I'm thinking, how the fuck did I do this last time?
So we're on Twitch and Periscope, but Facebook we're not live. For some reason.
Yes, first she did tell me she came in with a distressed look in her face. Not being
Did
able to
she?
watch.
I'm
Could
sorry
she get
about that.
Twitch?
Once she only goes as far as Twitter and Facebook. Anything else is just beyond her, and you have to draw the line. I do at Instagram. I don't care about
Well,
that
she
shit.
can watch it in retrospect.
I told her this, and I said it would be edited, so it would be concise.
It will be edited, yes. So, I only take out the lumpy bits. If there's anything it's even vaguely entertaining, if it goes on too long, I just shorten it. Yeah, but I just take out the bits that makes it look too lumpy.
It's all gold. That's what you got tonight. Nothing but pure gold.
I actually. Each time we do it, I fucking dread it for about 3 or 4 days before it. I was like, fuck, I can't think of anything to do. I have to even an hour before the show tonight. I said, what the fuck are we going to sing? So we're singing 2 songs we don't know. Yeah, 1.5 songs we don't know.
No,
Did we do the other one?
No, we didn't even.
We never even got
just
round to
sung
it.
one song in 2 parts.
All right.
I think that's psychological with all gigs. I used to do things like actually work through the act and all that, but as you go on, you just get to a point of, I really don't want to know about it.
I stopped doing all of that. Yeah, because I thought it just uses up nervous energy. The best way to, learn to forget your set, and then it seems more natural when you go out there and do it.
Yeah, but we've got beyond doing
until
the
now when I've probably forgotten my set.
we're ending up doing stuff out of the bottom of the barrel where they're not fucking finished yet. Let alone they're only barely started. Mind you, they've been barely started for about 10 years.
The thing is, people say to you things like, do you really worry about it before you go on? What I worry about with live stand-up is getting there and getting home. That's it, really. All that is much more stressful than actually doing it.
We have to worry about the sound as well, getting the mics and guitar, and where I can change.
And explaining what a DI box is, for fuck's sake.
Once you're on stage, it's a piece of piss.
If you're there and you can hear it. And a thing that we did recently, but a long time ago, we did a gig, and I'm standing in the audience. This is quite a big gig. I'm standing in the audience thinking, right, okay, everything sounds all right. The audience can hear it. Everything is okay in the middle and the back and around the sides. It's all fine. And on the stage, it sounded like shit. And this now is a big nightclub. And I said to the sound man afterwards, I said, do you have any monitors? Yeah. I said, if you put a monitor on there, you'll be amazed at the difference it will make. Because the comedian won't be standing there thinking, fuck me, I'm dying on my arse here, and I can't hear it, and they can't hear it. Yeah? It just sounds horrible. So you said, yeah, all right. So put it on your rider next time, all right? You know, I'm trying to help the cunt. If you stick a monitor on there in a big room, the comedian thinks, oh, fuck me, this sounds good. And you...
But don't you do... Because we do, Brian and Krysstal, both of us do gigs where we go into places and we look up and there's some fantastic speakers, tannoys, hanging from the wall. And you go up to someone and say, do these work? Well, I don't know really. I know they're there. I don't know if they work. You can have a look round, on the stage, have a look round the back. And you go in and you find... I mean, I've got... funny enough, I've got it right to hand. It's not often this is... This is my box of cables that will get me into anything.
Oh, right.
All the different choices.
We have those.
And so what I try and do is then find where this amplifier is, switch it on, and find a way into it to so I can use them speakers, which I have, because as soon as you turn them on, you don't have to have them very loud at all. They just fill in, and they fill in the whole room, and it's just the gig's so much better. But no one ever knows how to. Where this thing is, how to use it.
Hello.
Hello. We just stopped us having a boring conversation about PAs. So you turned up just in the nick of time.
We all agree that that's the best you've looked and sounded on your video since we started.
Thank you very much.
You sound like you.
No, you've got your headphones in now.
You've
so
got
you
those
sound like
headphones
shit again.
in now. They're rattling again.
Oh, really? Fucking hell. Hang on.
Take
turn them off. Can you just hear me? If I just do that, is that okay?
Yeah, that's better. Did you do it? Did you do it? Yeah, did you do it without the headphones in?
Yes, I did. Isn't it?
No.
Get this right.
No.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
That was good.
Yeah. That's better. Okay, got you. How was the show?
that's
I missed it. I couldn't see it.
It's still on.
Good?
It's still on. This is live.
Oh, wow. Okay. We've been racist then.
You're being
This
broadcast
is the tail
now.
end, and it was great. What you did was just great. That worked out good. Sounded great, and you look so handsome. The rest of us are all jealous.
Yeah, because that's why you're in LA and I'm in Bromley.
Bromley's where I'm from. Bromley's my
I know.
manor.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking at you thinking, is that the future? Or is it some sort of alien? Weird.
Just excuses. This is excuses, Ricketts.
Of course, it's excuses. You know, I mean, look at him, all gorgeous.
Cole, turn your
Krysstal.
camera sideways so you'll fit better.
That's true. Everyone hates anyone who doesn't
Ah,
know.
yeah.
Yes, landscape, you bastard.
Yeah.
Landscape.
Yeah.
Even when you
Fits
see
in with
footage of a
everybody
murder scene taken by a passerby and it's not in landscape, I get bloody annoyed. You're thinking, fucking hell. I know the body's there, but landscape it.
Because it's
Thank
only
you.
going to go on telly,
Al
isn't it?
looks like a haunted Victorian child again. How are you?
I'm fine. We've got the same top on again.
It's like you're here to warn us about a terrible thing that's about to happen.
No. It's like you look and sound okay this way. It's like instead of me looking like you really ill, you're looking like me really well. So,
yeah, you're the picture of health.
Yeah, we've got the same top on again. You copy.
Well, no, his is crew neck and yours is V-neck, so I don't.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
stop
the
it,
same
pedantic colour. Think
Oh no,
colour.
but you're wearing your glasses in yours to make
That's
yourself look
why.
like a
You
twat.
have to out here, mate. You know it's
that is
95
bad.
degrees today.
Yeah.
Then again, you
that's the
have got a
proper
phone
look
in your
now.
hand,
Well,
so you're lacking choices.
How's everyone else? How's Anthony? What's happening in Anthony's world?
It's, the same old things, really.
Where's my glasses?
Yeah.
Well, you had your chance to
work.
shine there, Anthony. You know, we gave you the stage, and look what you did with it. Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry, I've got to agree with, Cole's right. Missed opportunity.
Stop drowning me with your charisma. So, what's happening over there this week? Has everyone got gigs back again? Has it all changed? Is it better now?
No.
We've got 2 gigs on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Where's that?
Norwich.
Oh,
Norwich.
out the frying pan.
Yes,
How about
I've
you,
got
Paul?
a
Are
gig.
you working?
Yeah, I'm working this weekend and the
Cool.
weekend after. It's all picked up in the last couple of weeks. It's suddenly people are sticking gigs on again because they're feeling slightly more confident that they will take place. So there seems to be a lot of bookings flying about. People actually contacted me, and that was I was made me feel better about things.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I got my first cruise ship dates came in yesterday, which frankly I'm not looking forward to. Well, my first cruise ship dates since the pandemic. But, yeah,
So, I mean,
I don't fancy being on a petri dish full of Trump supporters.
No, you don't, especially if the worst happens and suddenly it becomes plague ship.
Imagine if you were on a lifeboat. Imagine it actually crashes and you're actually stuck on a fucking desert island with about 50 Trump supporters.
Well, 3 weeks the virus fragment survived on the what was it, the first one? Was it the Diamond Princess? Yeah. Just to cheer you up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the.
So you might go on, be isolated, and not be able to get off. That's the worst case scenario. Isn't it?
My one's doing the Mexican Riviera, so I might pop down there, get some prescription drugs, come back home. You know, it's an easy.
So how many shows do you have to do a day on your on this big lineup?
On the cruise, for Carnival, you do 3 per cruise, but then you get paid an extra $300 for every show you do above 5. So it's a 7-day cruise, so I'm probably going to end up doing about 9 shows. So it'll be whatever it'll be. I don't know, about $3,000 and about 9 shows probably. And that's 9 half-hour shows. And of course you can repeat a couple of them. I don't do like 4.5 hours material. Yeah. But yeah. So I booked an HBO show this week.
Oh, brilliant.
Which would be interesting. Because the guy that's got the lead, I'm only like a little part in it, just saying a few lines. But the guy that's got the lead is, do you remember Rhys Darby?
Yeah.
So Rhys has got the lead, and we used to have the same stand-up agent in the UK, Nigel Clarfeld. So like we're no longer with him, obviously, but now we're both on an HBO show. So we're going to take some videos and go, ha fuck. Yeah, and the director is that guy, I can't even say his name, Taiki Waititi, the guy that did Jojo Rabbit, and he's in the same scene as that I'm in as well, so it'll be good for the reel, if nothing else. As long as I don't catch fucking COVID or something's going to fuck it up before we film it. But
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is you've just got to protect yourself and make sure you don't get into any dangerous situations.
I played a redneck winning a chicken wing eating competition yesterday in a horror film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same writer as Night of the Living Dead. So so next week they film my decapitation.
Oh, nice!
Wow,
Very nice. Are you doing it method then?
Wouldn't that be something? It would get me famous, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, what a dark thing to say.
You could be the next Brandon.
I used to be an actress, so I know all about these. Stanislavski.
She knows all about decapitation.
That's a really
Look
good
what
gag,
she's done to
Krysstal.
me.
So, you think you're going to roll with it then?
Am I going to roll with it? Oh. This is why the Victorian children just get like a tight 5 in the middle. They just.
Or as John Sharp would say, head in the basket.
Yeah, he goes straight to the point.
Donkey. Yeah, so there you go.
Nobody's commented on my new fucking T-shirt. Look.
Oh, that's great.
Well, look at that.
I did notice it.
I didn't know if it was a T-shirt.
Is it one of yours?
Built something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made by the head of
cool! It looks like
manufacturing.
a skull face. It looks really cool. Actually, it looks very Picasso-like, doesn't it? It's like
It says damage art down the side, both sides. Damage art.
Take a proper photograph and post it so we
New
can see it properly.
calendars coming out. We've got new
two
calendars.
new calendars for
Yeah.
2020. We've got an art one and a sort of
ugly one. We've got a fugly.
That's one of the
ugly
artworks.
people. She's one of the ugly ones.
And then other characters. He's got
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
That'd be cool.
So,
You gotta take photographs and post it. Is there any like poses of you, Brian, in a swimsuit? Any of these
not yet.
pictures?
Not yet.
It's supposed to be on his Damage Art website.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No Pirelli's
that
calendar
based-
for you yet, then.
Is that based on anyone that you actually know?
No. I deliberately refuse to paint flowers, kittens, fucking dogs, fucking anything cute,
Normal people.
anything pink, anything normal.
You'll never be Van Dyke.
Stick to walls and paper. That's if I was you. Walls, paper, and canvas. Leave these, painting live animals. Hard work. If I was you.
Also illegal. The owners hate it.
Yeah. No, I don't paint them anymore either. I do it on an iPad. Because then I don't have to fucking tidy up.
No.
Yeah.
Man.
And I can do 20 a day if I'm in the mood.
Wow.
They sound valuable.
Huh?
Do they sound
Yeah.
valuable?
Well, I don't say that to my customers.
Don't tell the customers you
Only
paint
to
20 a
close
day.
friends.
Yeah, it's all right. We're only broadcasting to a couple of people.
Millions of people.
Yeah. I can't sell them, you see. I can't sell anything.
There's people in tears in the audience
that's,
here.
Head of
cheated.
manufacturing and sales area.
That's only
area.
4 eyes that can cry.
Yes. It's coming up to an hour and a half on the broadcast, so I'm going to end the broadcast.
But we're still here.
But you can stay.
See that goal?
No, don't go away.
He's not just saying goodbye to the people who are listening.
Yeah,
well, they're more important.
Just so you can go on your internet.
We
browser.
outnumber them.
Both of them. Both of them are
We do
important.
outnumber them. Unfortunately, because the bloody Facebook thing.
See you too. Bye.
Because the Facebook thing wouldn't work.
Yeah.
They could come to yours. They could have this live, this experience.
But like I say, apparently last month Facebook didn't record it, and then when I'm fucking about with it, there it is.
It didn't broadcast it. It records it, but it doesn't broadcast it.
Oh.
Yes, that's two different things.
Well, so that must be their problem,
Yeah, I think
not
it's their
mine.
problem. So, ending broadcast. Thank you very much, anybody who
Thank you. You've all been absolutely marvellous.
See you
Thank you. See you.
Wednesday of
Thank you.
September.
Yeah.